clamor to restructure Nigeria and its federating units has now reached a crescendo. The National Assembly has eventually agreed to the cries of the masses, especially from Senator Eyinaya Abaribe of the PDP, who made the call in November 2020 for debate and review of the 1999 Constitution. The senator is quoted as saying, "Can we have a conversation among ourselves to know actually who is a citizen of Nigeria and determine for ourselves how our commonwealth will not be shared in this lopsided manner?" The Nass is the only solution, the only constitutionally recognized body saddled with the powers to enact laws and review the constitution. In a statement to announce the constitutional review process, the National Assembly implored the general public, government functionaries, civil society, interest groups, professional bodies, and other interested persons to a 2-day zonal public hearing on the proposed alteration to the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999. The public hearing is organized by the National Assembly Committee on the Review of the 1999 Constitution. The debate is open to members of the public, which means every Nigerian can make contributions to the review process. This is expected to start on the 26th and 27th of May for a period of 2 days. The hearing will be held in two venues in each of the 6 geopolitical zones. There are 17 areas itemized to be debated for review. This includes 1. Gender equality, the federal structure in governance and power devolution. 3. Local government administration. 4. Public revenue, fiscal federalism and revenue allocation. 5. Establishing state police, electoral reforms, residency and indigenship, removal of immunity, judicial reforms, social economic timeline for assent of bills, FCT administration, the legislature, and constitutional rules for the traditional rulers, state and local government creation, strengthening the independence of the the accountant general of the federation, any other issues, which is the 17th one. These are the things that they really want to talk on or debate on. Well, the call for restructuring has been growing for several years now, well before the President Buhari-led administration came into office. It can be recalled that the clamor started with resource control right from President Obasanjo through the President Yaradua administration. However, the last 6 years of the administration, the demand has morphed in outright review of the Union of the Federation. The wanton killings, kidnappings, banditry, Islamic terrorism has gone completely out of control, totally exposing the inefficiency of our security agencies, local authorities, and indeed the state governors. The general consensus is that the Nigerian Federation will be a healthy union with the application of devolution of powers from the center to the state and local government. The issue of resource control will address with new perspectives on the issue. With this announcement, it is expected that the Sorosoke movements of young people will seize the opportunity to engage and make inputs in the course of the discussions to ensure a draft that reflects their expectations is achieved. Okay, and this is coming from this Nigeria.com National Assembly. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. National Assembly should not bow to that criminal. Okay, who is that criminal? Okay, you are by this post the criminal. Do really love this country and desire its progress. Compound full. You and your father are the criminals. Okay, this person is saying they should not listen to Abaribe is a criminal, but they've already listened to him. Referendum is the solution. While commending Senator Abaribe for this doggedness, it will be better if emphasis would be on revisiting the reports of the National Conference instituted by President Goodluck Jonathan. It is said to cover a wide range of issues which touch on the yearnings of every section of the country. Impactful representation by Abaribe, more pressures are needed to be legislatively applied to right the wrongs against Nigerians and Nigerians. Nigeria and Nigerians, put security in place to when you all finally fix dates for debate on restructuring. Fulani will frustrate it. Let's see how it goes now. It's an opportunity if you frustrate it. People who are even waiting for you to for them to even frustrate it so that they will not start talking about what is it called? Separation. In due course, all senators and House of Representatives members will be pursued from the National Assembly. It will interest Nigerians to see what direction this noble approach will go. What happens to national confirm? Number 15, the state you create, what are you contributing to the country? Some of the states cannot even pay minimum wage. That does not say mean there is no resources in that state, but the dependence of on allocation sharing at the center has made some states to neglect the resources in their states and depend on resources from other states. Another item I would have loved to be on the noble list is the minimization of human rights abuses of citizens by the Nigerian military personnel. I say this because most military personnel of the rank and file are currently abusing and molesting innocent citizens, especially in southern Nigeria. It can be raised under any other issues. Okay, yeah. Well, devolution of power is to take care of that amidst creation of state police. The center Abuja will have no more rights to dispatch military indiscriminately. To deal with insecurity is very simple. Listen to the cry of the people. To deal with insecurity, part of the areas to look at is to reaffirm the laws on carriage of dangerous objects, including knife, stick, and bottle, and declare with strict enforcement ban on use of hard drugs. See, most of all these things, in as much they are going to be reviewing some things and do some things, the most important thing is the attitude and the ability of the people to be able to abide with all of these things. Because if all of these things are put in place, believe you me, and people are not ready to comply with it, they still look for way mago to get their way through. All of these things will not still work. Somebody was making points, and a lot of people have been saying is that if you bring all those developed country, all those countries that are very developed with their constitution, bring it to Nigeria and take us back to them, they will amend our own, but their own that is well structured, they will still scatter it. The people that parade themselves as politicians, they are something else. Just yesterday or so, some this week, we learned that one of all these top politicians in Lagos, he was whether a deputy chairman of whatever one local government, he was caught at the airport transporting drugs to the UK, and he was apprehended. And you can see that kind of character of such people, and majority of them are like that. These are the people who want to force themselves to lead people because they don't have what it takes, but they are using force. That's why you see a lot of criminals. A lot of criminals are the ones holding one position or the other in this country. When you have good constitution, you have good structure in place, they will still not want to abide with that. This lawlessness. Well, whether this will cause a lot of things as they go on with these debates. Time for that has passed. Referendum is the latest now. We are no more interested in Nigeria. We want our own country where Fulani terrorists cannot come to. Removal of immunity. All this is meaningless. Majority of the citizens of this country are tired of restructuring. All we want is separate entities. Regional police, I support, if possible, regional army. Please, is there any provision to contribute and debate online with a smartphone? Not everybody has time to attend in those venues. I have said it that referendum is the only solution. How many times have we had conferences but none was implemented? Nobody is interested in that now because many people have decided to go on ethnic basis. Please call for a referendum. Why do Nigerians love wastages? What happened to the national conference organized during Jonathan's administration in which a lot of money was spent? This is a delay tactics. Things are already bad in this country. A ploy for distraction and time wasting. What is wrong with the previous confab recommendations? Waste of time. Let Biafra go their own. We are tired of the failed marriage. I am not okay with the schedule of these appointments, a public holiday should be declared to enable citizens participate fully. Secondly, 2 days is too short for such meeting. Thirdly, May the May, which is the month, is too sudden. They should be announcing it for at least 3 to 6 months in all the sources of printed electronics and social media in order to create more awareness if they truly want the process to be transparent name as the name suggests. Declare holiday.